There's a time in your life where you need to be an anvil, and when it's that time, you be patient. But then there's a time to be a hammer, and when it's that time, you strike. And knowing the difference is all that really matters. I've only been hurt for 2 years now, and I'm so much more whole now than I ever was as a 21-year-old. I mean, the life lessons I've learned and everything, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So you could tell me right now, we could stick a leg back on you, and you could just go right back to living the life you had. I'm turning you down any day that ends in Y. And it's just, it's amazing. I'm here to take my, my recreational therapy to the next level. September 18th, 2011, I was in a mounted IED blast, which resulted in an amputation of my left leg and the fusion of my right foot. Since my injury, I've gone skydiving, I've completed my scuba diving certification, this is my 3rd time snowboarding, and yeah, just every month is something new.
I love snowboarding, and I'm a nurse by trade, so I also just like learning about how they're going to operate and taking the snowboard and actually having them manipulate it to function. Prosthesis, it's difficult to get toes going, so you have to move up to the knees, then you have to move up to the hips. So, and then successes, high fives,
yes,
getting things done that you want to do, getting on and off the lift. Challenges. It's fun to celebrate the accomplishments, to learn someone's goal and then accomplish it by the end of the day. It's just awesome. Plus, I got to work with him for 3 days, so watching the progression, and it's just exciting. He's gung-ho and ready to do whatever I ask, but totally cooperative and hang out and wants to gain the most out of the experience.
Perspective. People think that life changes with these huge, dramatic, like me getting hurt, like getting attacked in Afghanistan, whereas in reality, the people I've met on my journey to this point, it was very small, simple things. Like they woke up that morning, it was like any other morning, and by the end of the day, their whole world had changed. And just seeing them push through it. You can't always get back up on the same horse, but you just go find a new horse and you climb up on that one. You know, like you know, seeing the paraplegics out here, the people with the high amputees, they're doing it. It's like, why can't I do it? And if I'm doing it, why can't you do it? And it's just, and people will sit there and be like, why? Why do you need to be able to do that? And you don't. I could go the rest of my life and never need to know how to snowboard, ever again. But when you're doing something that somebody said you would never be able to do again, you know, when I'm up there carving that hill, and then I go back home, and I'm walking around the mall and it's really, really crowded, and I just think to myself, I can't do this. I'm just like, no, that's wrong. Last week you were snowboarding in Colorado. You did that. You can definitely do this. There's like, it pushes that envelope that much further.
I face death every day I work, ICU, and it's awesome to go, hey, today's the last day, live it up. And that's pretty much what he's doing, and just live it up, do what you can. If you can't do that, let's do something else.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever you can do, let's do that. So modifying it to enjoy, and I mean, when he's not having fun, let's change it up. And if you have the skills to do it, then why not help someone else out? I'm like, they're not gonna learn if they don't have someone to teach. So if you're blind, then you gotta have someone leading you. If you don't know how to lead, then learn. It's fun, it's rewarding. If you're retired, I'm not retired, I work full time and still do this. So I'm like, they can do it, they can manage it. There's awesome people out here. Great community, outreach, keeps you active, keeps you healthy.
My ankle's made by Fox Racing, and yeah, it's a great time to be an amputee, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, they're experimenting with the whole, like, the guy I'm up here with, he's a dual arm amputee, and they're experimenting with arm amputation, or arm transplants. Just sci-fi stuff every day. Every day. I mean, the cheetah leg concept, I have that running cheetah foot. It's incredible. Anything I could do to just pave that road for the guys coming behind me. You know, I mean, when I got hurt, all my doctors just kept saying, like, it's gonna be a long road. It's gonna be a long road. And I took that as like it was going to take a really long time for me to become whole again. And now that I'm out here doing stuff like this, I realize, yeah, it's a road, but you're only as lonely on that road as you want to be. I mean, we're all on the same road. And I've only been hurt for 2 years now, and I'm so much more whole now than I ever was as a 21-year-old. I mean, the life lessons I've learned and everything, I wouldn't trade it for the world. You could tell me right now, we could stick a leg back on you, and you could just go right back to living the life you had. I'd turn you down any day that ends in Y. And it's just, it's amazing.